That was some good ASMR on that one.
Pick an apartment was big.
Go ahead and flex, Kobe.
Just flip a coin and hire one of them.
Did you get the sword of John
we
Adams?
did get the sword of John Adams, yeah. At like 11 or midnight, we've decided it's never been a bad idea to have an extra pizza in the refrigerator.
But I don't want us to have that bourbon flavor for some of the other earlier beers. So let's start with the problem.
You don't want me to be drunk on camera, is that what Welcome to the Varsity Brews podcast on the Sharpley deck.
We're on the road.
We're on the road, literally.
Literally on the road.
Behind us.
Literally on the highway.
Evan said he lived
now
just
we're
by the
getting a
8090 toll road.
Julia has been fantastic here helping us get set up, and she's bringing a plant here for decoration so we can freeze our ass
Dude,
off.
the hostess with the mostest.
Yeah.
We can
I love
freeze
it.
our ass off in the tub looking at
That's right.
plants. So
And Tupac's out here giving
What up,
support,
Tupac?
too.
Tupac, he's a couple weeks old, buddy.
5 months.
5 months old, but a couple weeks in your house.
Oh, yeah, 2 weeks.
That's awesome.
We'll see if he lasts another 2.
Yeah. He's been good boy.
Yeah, he's
So there's a reason that we're here today, and it's right behind us. Evan, do you want to explain what this torture chamber is?
Torture. Well, we've been talking a little bit about it, more kind of offline, but and specifically for Aaron too is the cold plunge.
Yeah.
So I've been hitting cold plunge now. We're almost to a full year. I went every single day to start 2023 until we went on spring break, and I couldn't find one in Florida. So right now, so Julie, she built this. I was using like a horse trough, 110-gallon horse trough. And during the winter, it was fine because temperatures were cold enough. Like I put some Epsom salt in it. So
Was it stainless steel or?
No, it was
Regular wood?
Yeah, it was
plastic. I was going to say,
was
it looked like
plastic.
plastic, yeah.
But it wouldn't completely freeze over. There were some mornings I had to kind of break open the top layer, but I do a minute 45 to start my day. And then, of course, in the summer, it's a little more difficult because you have to buy bags of ice. So what I was doing was I was doing it once a week.
Yep.
For a total of 11 minutes, because that's the threshold, is 11 minutes. And it just, Julie surprised me, found this on Facebook Marketplace for a great price, got a chiller system, filtration system,
The
ozone.
Inkbird thermostat.
We
so use that in the brewery.
Yeah, so what you do with that for the deep freezer, so it doesn't completely freeze over, is you set the temp on it and it's plugged into the deep freezer. So as soon as it gets to the temp that you want it set at, it stops freezing. It stays there. So I'll change the water out, every so often to make sure it's clean. But the filter has worked great, so I'm back now to doing it every day. So we're going to give her a try.
And he's wearing red leopard pants.
Yeah, I am.
He can do whatever he wants, buddy.
Cheers.
I figured we'd start off the show with a little beer.
Cheers.
We're on the
This
road.
is your house. You can do what you want. Wear the
This is
leopard.
Kayla, Midwest.
I've got donut.
You got donuts?
Yeah, donut shorts.
Oh,
That explains my whole outlook on things right now.
I have
like it.
blue, of course. Go
Okay.
blue.
Yeah.
Speedos. They have the inner liner on there. So that
The actual
when I shrink up like George Costanza, I'm not embarrassed.
You think for 1 second I would have Notre Dame shorts on after this weekend?
It was a rough go.
It's been a heck of a week, by the way, for all of us. So coming together here, and the gods gave us sunshine for just a
could
few
be
minutes.
pouring,
Perfect.
Yeah.
So it's been a heck of a week for all of us. So coming together here is pretty nice. Let's just start with Notre Dame. It's trash. We were texting during the game. I was on the field, and you could just...
Could you just feel it there?
You can.
Yeah.
You could, because, there really wasn't a moment during the week where you're like, Notre Dame is going to lose to Louisville. Nobody thought that. Nobody gave Louisville a chance.
I thought they were going to lose to Duke.
Well,
not Louisville.
Nobody gave Louisville a chance. And so they came in, and you felt like a confidence. But when they came out of the tunnel, something was just off. Mm-hmm. They were flat.
Yeah.
Emotionally, physically flat. And from the get-go, he threw the interception in the third play of the game, and it was over. Their body language was
I'm telling you,
off.
After 2 emotional weeks, obviously 1 loss, 1 win, it is tough to get up and week in and week out mentally be there. But you have to fake it till you make it. I mean, the schedule's not getting any easier.
No, I mean, it's getting harder.
Didn't Louisville own Hartman, too, when he was at Wake Forest?
Yes, he threw 3 picks in 1 quarter against them.
That's what I thought. So they, you got to put that into play of things that were going on.
Do you think about that as a quarterback? Like,
Yeah, I mean, it's
does
like
that factor
It's
in?
like baseball with a pitcher.
Yeah.
Some guys have your number, and once they have consistently, it's like the monkey on your back.
Yeah, they see how you're reading the
Yeah.
football,
So let me ask you a question, because this is a question that we're going to dive into on Saturday during the show, but I wanted to specifically ask you. And they denied it after the game. Are they physically and mentally tired from 8 consecutive games and from 4 consecutive night games against a ranked opponent? Does that factor in?
Sure. I mean, you're playing good football teams, and they're going to bring their best against Notre Dame because everyone does. I prefer night games. I think it's more of a personal preference for players. I liked that better because you got to kind of settle in throughout the day. But some players that, they enjoyed, all right, it's a noon kickoff. I didn't like noon kickoffs because it meant I had to go down and eat breakfast at 8 o'clock. Like, I like to sleep in a little bit, get my mind ready, and then go play a night game. But I don't think it's as big of a thing. It certainly plays a role, but you were right. They came out flat. They weren't prepared. They did not execute, and they made 0 adjustments.
And their offensive line looked really, really bad.
Really bad.
Well, the offense looked lost.
The offense did look.
Listen, I love Notre Dame football as much as anybody else, but I thought that they were completely shut down and lost and didn't make any adjustments in the second half.
And didn't run the football a lot, too.
I think
Do we need to point that out again?
And then after the game, Marcus is like, hey, we got to find more ways to get Audric the ball. I'm like,
Okay, put him in the game.
put him in the game, number
and then
one.
just give it to him 10 straight times to start the game.
And then also give him some running room. Like, pitch it to him to the left or to the right of the line. But that offensive line, they was shifting throughout the game. Did you see that?
No.
So they planned that throughout the week where the offensive line would shift and they would play different positions and they'd sub.
That was a plan?
That was the plan throughout the week.
Where was I on Saturday?
I don't know. It was a bad plan, though.
It
looked ugly.
Yeah, I don't even think that never works. You talk about cohesion on the offensive line. It's
Who makes those calls, by the way?
probably the offensive line coach. I'm sure it's discussed with the offensive coordinator, but usually substitution, you have a depth chart. Usually those calls are made by the specific coach of those players.
And they were getting chewed up on the running game. I mean, that running back was having his way.
Every red flag that we brought up to start the season occurred in this game.
With 0 adjustments.
It was Sam Hartman needed to be Sam Hartman. He wasn't the Sam Hartman we've seen up to that point. And you had to believe at some point there was going to be some adversity.
Yep.
And that happened. Defensively, I mean, they scored points. I mean, this wasn't a close game.
No, it was not. It was a blowout.
It was a blowout. Embarrassing.
Yeah, it was bad. It was bad. And how do you rebound from that?
Oh, man. I mean, so fortunately you have arguably your top rival that you're playing. So
You think it's going to be close?
No.
We're not making final predictions
I don't.
yet, but
I don't. I don't. I think right now, mentally, Notre Dame is pretty beat up. They are going to have to start fast. If they don't, it could be over real early.
But here's what I'm trying to figure out in my brain. You're offensively stagnant for who cares about the last touchdown, right? The last touchdown doesn't count. That's garbage time. Let's say your offense is stagnant for 12 quarters. Okay? How do you all of a sudden turn that on against one of the best teams in the country?
I don't know if I have an answer for you.
Completely throw out your game plan from the prior 3 weeks.
I'm just all of those off-season and then early season tweets and Facebook posts about Tommy Rees at Alabama have now completely changed. So
they flipped on its head.
Irish fans, I hope you keep that same energy you had for Tommy and Brian Kelly during this right now. Because they will be lucky because I said 9-3 to start the year.
Yeah, they'll be lucky to have 3 losses.
They will be lucky. And you look at the schedule next year. Hold, please.
At Texas A&M to start the
To
season.
start the season. Okay? At Texas A&M.
Without Sam Hartman.
Sam Hartman, yeah.
And that's a great point. You're going to have a first-year starting quarterback. Doesn't matter who it is on that roster. They will have never started a football game unless they go into the transfer portal again. And,
Which
hey,
I think is
also,
a big. I think they might do.
They're going to have. They're going to have to, right?
Yeah, you'd think. Yeah, they're going to be on the hunt.
But and here's the other thing too: is no proven wide receivers consistently at this point either.
Yep. Well, I mean, they're relying on the lacrosse player.
Yes.
That's
Okay.
who scored the touchdown.
Is he a walk-on too, by the way?
Yes. They just gave him a scholarship.
I was going to say, I thought he was walk-on. Yeah.
Okay, so I put at Purdue because
It's not going well, Aaron.
Purdue picks one game a year to be a good team. Okay,
that's
that's at Purdue. They've got Louisville at home, at Georgia Tech in Atlanta,
Which just beat Miami, by the way.
Flor-
Not a bonehead play, but just beat Miami.
Florida State at home,
Yep.
and then at USC.
That's a rough go.
That's six. That's half of the games that you could potentially circle going into that season with a lot of unanswered questions.
So you think this program is kind of going in the wrong direction?
I thought that last year. How do you take a step back from winning 10-plus games every year with no changes, essentially, in who's on the team, minus guys that would have graduated anyways?
Yeah. Fair. You want to be optimistic. I think there was so much optimism going into this season. Honestly, I mean, I was optimistic. There's so much positivity that was going into the season. You had one of the best quarterbacks in the transfer portal. You have a beast of a running back. You
That they don't use.
You
have they use some wide receivers that, hey, they're unproven, but that's a deep threat. You had those guys, and now all of a sudden you're looking at it. You're like, okay, they're probably, let's look at maybe a loss to USC. Let's look at a loss to Clemson.
Maybe.
That's 4 losses. I mean, this team could possibly finish out the season 8-4
and play LSU in a bowl game.
Ooh. Vahid would like that.
I don't know if I would anymore. But it's deflating. I think
100%.
that is the word that I've been using this week is deflating. I mean, you think you have a shot, and then all of a sudden Louisville knocks you out, which is, I don't know if they're real or not. They beat NC State 13-10.
This was a big win for Louisville.
Oh, this was the biggest.
I think it's a big win.
Massive.
Absolutely. Yeah.
They were, all credit to Louisville. They were packing that stadium. And I told you guys, I said, this is a terrible atmosphere.
How was the energy?
They pumped the crowd noise in.
Did they?
They
Yeah,
did whatever
yeah,
they
yeah.
had to do. And listen, there was not a lot of Notre Dame faithful there. There was not the typical Notre Dame fan base there.
Did they serve beers in that stadium?
Yes, they do, and they were feeling it.
I thought I saw a few things floating around. Hey, that helps. That helps Notre Dame. Westwind's available if you want us.
Those
No
fans
plug.
were giving Hartman a hard time.
Yeah.
Giving them business.
Oh, they were giving him the business.
Got a couple Bud Lights and Miller Lights.
That's what I'll say. It's been deflating. I don't know how you pick yourself up now to match toe-to-toe 45 points with a team that's going to put up 45 points, no matter who you are. And so it's tough as you look towards the future. You're like, oh, this is a wake-up call, big time.
Can Notre Dame score 40 or 50 points?
I don't think they score 30.
Yeah,
Based on last week's result.
It's probably fair.
Now, they get Deion Colsey back.
Okay.
Is he going to be the difference they need? Merriweather has been, I don't know.
It's a lot of wild cards. I mean, if they show up, they got a chance.
So, Evan, let me ask this question.
It's at home. Maybe they have a chance.
For you this weekend, obviously, they're 2.5-point underdogs, right? What does it look like for you? Trying to save. We've been
No.
we've been Debbie Downer.
Notre Dame is favored
by 2.5.
Yes.
Oh, okay. I mean,
which is crazy.
Which is crazy. Well, home field advantage.
Vegas knows something we don't.
Probably USC by 1. Is that what the?
Because home field advantage is 3, so 2.5 is a wash. They call it even then, all right? I mean, that's normally in Vegas. That's how they look at it. But my question to you is, Evan, as you look at this, what we've been Debbie Downers here from SNL talking about this game, and I think it's a fair analysis. You were at the game, Vahid. Seemed like they were deflated. What could spark it, in your opinion, that would maybe give you a little glimpse of hope, where we're saying 8-4 that could maybe end up being 9-3? What do you think would be that one thing that might give you a little glimpse of home that they made some adjustments lose this week.
Or 10-2.
Or 10-2.
I still think it's 9-3. I think
Okay.
they beat Clemson. I think they lose to USC. But for this game specifically, coming off of a loss like that, where really your tail's between your legs, you have to have energy to start the game. If you start flat, it's just going to continue to spiral downhill. Because you know that USC is going to come in like they normally do, very cocky, very confident, and if you don't match that early, again, it could be a problem. So the tough part too, and with Notre Dame not being in a conference, once you lose 2 games,
You're done.
Yeah, you're done.
You essentially have nothing to play for aside from a bowl game. And bowl games are fun, but they, in my opinion, are overrated. There's so many of them now.
What did I say about the Pop-Tarts Bowl?
Pop-Tarts Bowl.
They were there. The representatives
Oh,
were
they
there.
really? Actually,
And I
is
thought
it
they were there for
Pop-Tarts Bowl?
Louisville, but apparently
They were Notre Dame now. Where's that located? I mean,
Orlando, Florida.
is it really? We're going.
That is the one place I loathe going to a football game, man. Orlando, it's that Citrus Bowl Stadium.
Yeah.
Oh God.
Yeah, so Aaron, that's a tough thing, right? I mean, if you're in a conference and you lose, let's say you lose, one out of conference and one in, and you still make a run, you have a chance to win maybe your side of the conference or win, get to the conference championship game. Even with 2 losses, it's possible. But in this case, it's okay. We got to get ready for next year.
Yeah, I mean,
I know it's sad to say, but
One
you
of
have
the
2
reasons-
early losses, that's what it is.
Absolutely. One of the reasons I asked is a lot of our locals that were in the brew pub, they're like, oh, there goes our bowl game. So people are already on that mentality of, hey, Notre Dame's lost that one. So
Yeah, it's so funny how quickly Notre Dame's
people flip.
Well, how Notre Dame fans shift. It's we'll still get a good New Year's 6 bowl game,
Pop-Tart Bowl.
And then it quickly goes to we shouldn't even be in a bowl. What's going on? I mean,
Now they're calling for what's his name?
Who?
Yeah, B.
They want Urban Meyer to get hired again?
No. They're calling
he's going to
for
Michigan State.
they're calling for
possible.
I know.
Jared Parker to lose his job.
Well, yeah. I mean, that's the easy thing to do, right? I mean, I'm allergic to bees.
It's
too.
bee season. Don't get
Yeah.
stung, dude.
Well, I don't know if it's these kind, but I have a funny bee sting story. My first high school start at quarterback, my sophomore year.
Yep.
And in Michigan, the first game is always the Friday before Labor Day. Labor Day? Yeah.
Yep.
Before school starts the next week. So we're not in school.
Yep.
Practicing, getting ready. And my brother's outside messing with this wasp nest. And I had been stung.
That's a great plan.
That's what brothers do.
That's what younger brothers do. Hey, Evan, come out here and check this out.
Evan.
Check it out. All right. So, and it's Friday.
Yep.
So I go out there, and I had been stung by a bee when I was younger, and, you put water and baking soda or whatever on it, and I was fine. Well, I get stung by this wasp, and I'm sitting there, kind of waiting, killing some time, and starting to, get scratchy a little bit. I'm like, all right, I'm going to go up and take a shower before I head to the field. I go upstairs, take my shirt off. I've got hives all over me.
Did you not know you were allergic to bees?
Had no idea.
Oh man.
So they take me. I had to go to the ER, and they give me this shot of adrenaline.
Was it adrenaline or penicillin?
I don't know. It was adrenaline
Penicillin or
it was
whatever?
some
Yeah.
type of steroid
Yeah,
they
yeah.
gave me. So
They like that sweet
wow,
Westwind.
here they are, and didn't want to tell my dad. My mom took me. My dad was so mad at me. So go out for the start. I'm still kind of shaky.
Yep.
Second play from scrimmage, roll to my left, 50-yard bomb for completion.
What?
Holding. I threw for 43 yards and no touchdowns, and we lost. And then I just went on a tear.
That's a great bee story, buddy.
I know.
Feeds over your SWAT.
Anyways.
Yeah, I am.
Anyways.
I'm about to have a B story from our.
Yeah, we are.
So
You're going to have to hop in the cold plunge to save yourself.
I'm getting warm over here.
They don't get in there. They don't get in there.
The sun's coming out, and we're about to hop in this cold plunge here, one at a time. We're drinking Westwind Brews. What do we got here going on?
We started off with Kale, Midwest IPA.
This was a new one.
Yeah, it is a new one. You haven't had that. I brought that. I kicked it off. I wanted to make sure we weren't parched. I said I was bringing some water, so I wasn't joking. And then we brought. I actually brought the variety pack today. 4 different beers.
There we go.
Brought a little your favorite. This is Better Days. Evan here. You look like you need some.
Wait, you just opened Better Days?
Yeah.
Oh,
Here, buddy.
I'm drinking the.
What's your favorite beer?
Is this Better Days?
I think,
There's a little left.
your
Scotch.
face might need to be on that can. You're like the poster child.
Yeah, you could be the
for
poster
Better
child
Days.
for it.
I love Better Days, but I don't like bees. All right, we're gonna hop in the cold plunge. You're gonna go first.
I'm going first. All right.
Yeah, Evan's got to show us how
Let's
to do it. What,
And,
what is your record for staying in the cold plunge?
Oh, it's not for length. Like you don't.
Well, should we try for the set a record?
The threshold is 11 minutes a week.
Okay, and how many days?
Spread it out however you want. I do
Okay.
a minute 45 a day. So I'll
Boy,
be
we
doing
got a
minute
long way to
45.
go,
You
buddy.
sit in there for a minute and 45,
Minute 45
seconds?
How long do you think you can do today?
Set a goal for like 30, and then if you get there, maybe 45.
Hey, I'm going 47 seconds.
Okay.
Exactly.
Yes. And if I beat that, and I'm mentally going to prepare.
You know how long I'm going? 48.
Do you know how long this thing, like ever since we've been talking about this, all my Facebook posts pop up about ice cold plunges.
Yeah, your phone's listening.
Yeah, I'm trying to lose like 20 pounds to fit into my Halloween costume.
Hey, this is the way to do
This
it.
is the start.
This is the way to do it.
All right, we're going to be right back with Evan hopping in the cold plunge, and yeah, we'll talk more football. Go Blue. All right. You're listening to the Varsity Brews podcast. Aaron West joins us from Westwind Brewery, of course, the big sponsor of our podcast here on the Varsity Brews podcast. Aaron, always share your brews.
Always share your brews. 911 Plum Street, Elkhart, Indiana, 46514.
What's your bread and butter?
Yeah, we specialize mainly in our New England IPAs, double dry hopped. We're IPA guys, so if you want to come have some, we call it Northern Indiana Fire. You'll see it on our posts a lot. Considered a top brewery in the area. Just been blessed to be able to make good beer.
You got multiple award winners.
Multiple award winners. Faithfully, it's a first place award-winning and People's Choice Award beer. We've got Sacrifice, that was third place People's Choice award-winning beer. And then we've got Better Days, our raspberry wheat. Look at it this way, Vahid. We're open now Mondays, Thursdays, Fridays, 3 to 8 p.m., Saturdays, 12 to 8, and Sundays, 12 to 6. So we've extended our hours too. This can be our hours for a while as we come through the holidays. You can find us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Threads. But yeah,
Aaron,
we're trying.
thanks so much, man.
Cheers.
The Varsity Brews podcast brought to you by Westwind Brewery. Cold spot, cold plunge. Evan's been doing this for how many consecutive days now?
Well, consecutive days. Well, since Julie got this for me, I don't know. It's probably been a month straight, but I did 90. I don't know. Not enough.
All right, here we
What
go.
allows me to drink?
This is 35 U.S. degrees Fahrenheit. What do you think? How long does he stay?
We gotta set the
You
time.
can tell he's a professional. Like, he's got his arms closed.
You have your timer
We started at 1:34 on the camera here.
I already got it.
All right, here we go.
Do you want me to do my breathing exercises?
Sure. You have breathing exercise?
It's like Lamaze.
What does that do for you, Evan? Does it calm your brain?
Well, immediately, I don't like the way his face is turning red. That means it's cold.
I would think so. You could tell that he's got a method. See, he has novice, like, we're newbies, so like, when we get in there, we're going to be like,
He's laughing because he knows how much it's going to hurt.
yeah, and the fact that we've never done this before, Evan, he has breathing tactics. He's got a little advantage over us. I feel he does. Don't you think so?
Evan, let's go to the cold plunge interview. How do you feel?
I feel great.
How many seconds are you in?
We are at 1 minute right now.
And he looks like he can be in there for another 3 minutes.
Oh, yeah. Evan, I would guess I think you probably do like 15 minutes.
I don't know about that.
Like, your ears are turning bright red, though, buddy.
Yeah, it's cold.
Are you next?
I don't care. I gotta go change. I brought my Speedo.
You brought your Speedo. All right. 20 seconds.
You got 20 seconds left?
20 seconds left.
Yeah,
This is a pretty good
And then are we
showing
setting
here.
the over-under on push-ups?
Yeah, so 10 push-ups?
Over-under, how many for me?
What do you normally
15.
do?
15?
Over 15.
I'd take the over.
I say he's going to do probably about 30 push-ups.
I'll be lucky to get it.
I've got 5 in me.
All right, here we go. So what does it feel like, buddy, getting out? I mean, are you cold?
The best part is getting out.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10,
Evan, you really
11,
do push-ups every
12,
time you get out?
13, 14, 15, there's the over 60s, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30.
Maybe
31,
Evan needs to bring the Notre Dame football team over to do high
Maybe he needs to go on the Notre Dame football team. I lost count.
Got any eligibility left there?
That's 40.
40 push-ups.
40 push-ups.
You've got bees all over.
Dude, I'm flying at bees. They love
Oh
that
my
better days. Evan, are you still going? What'd you get, 50?
That's 50 right here.
What an overachiever.
50 push-ups, 1 minute and 30 seconds in the cold.
Well done, buddy. That's impressive, man.
I think I get a beer.
You know, I feel like we got a good game plan going in.
Are we recording?
Yeah, we're recording.
All right. How long are you going to last?
Well, here's the game plan: to get in and not die in the first 10 seconds. If I can handle the first 10 seconds, it's like Notre Dame football. If I can come off to a good start, I feel like my defense is really good right now. We're playing well. I have a good game plan. If I last 10 seconds, I can last 50. That's my game plan.
That's what she said, Vahid.
Timer? Who has a timer?
I got it.
All right, here we go. Vahid Sadrazade getting into the ice cold plunge. Now, Vahid, you're taking a different angle here than Evan did. He used the cinder block. That could go against him.
Let's remember ready. This doesn't count?
This doesn't count.
Vahid looks like he's shivering.
I don't use breathing techniques.
Bring your knees up. You gotta get to underneath your chest.
Julia
Yeah, just treat it like it's Lamaze. Treat it like it's Lamaze.
She said, just look up at the stars.
How many seconds, buddy?
You're at 10.
This is painful. How many seconds, buddy?
Hold on. What's your goal? 48? You're at 30.
Chance of Vahid passing out. Vahid is starting to look like George Costanza.
That was 40 seconds already?
Come on.
Get to a minute.
No,
45.
He was
You
trying
can do
48.
it.
He wanted 48.
50.
You look like you're in pain.
I am.
It does look like he's giving birth.
Yeah, you were right. That's a good tactic. Oh, but he'd call it in a minute. Oh, it's that brutal.
All right.
But he's shaking.
We got push-ups.
How do you feel, buddy? Oh, he's got push-ups?
Not good.
Not good.
This is a great podcast.
There's 2,
Yes,
3,
4,
4,
5, yeah.
5. You said he had
6,
5, and he's got 6.
7.
But he's going for 10.
9, let's go. 10.
Oh, well done, buddy.
Oh my God, that was cool, dude.
Dude, look at your chest. It looks like you got sunburn.
Buddy,
Tan.
Here you go.
buddy, that first 10 seconds was probably the most brutal. Oh, buddy.
Oh, boy.
You're next.
I know. I'm nervous.
That was worse than Louisville.
Yeah, that was worse than Louisville. Why you gotta make me
My
a...
legs were numb. Like,
Oh, yeah.
Immediately.
Yep.
Were they really?
Oh, buddy. All right, Aaron.
Okay. All right, let me go change. 30 seconds.
Okay, what's going on here?
All right, here's what we're going to do. So when I get in about 30 seconds, because I'm going to need something to beat Evan. How long did you go? Minute 30 seconds?
Oh, he's gonna use.
Minute
He,
45?
he's
All you gotta go.
But I want to beat you, so I'm going to go a minute.
he's gonna
40
use
You're
the.
not understanding
He's gonna.
how
use.
I'm going to use the power of Westwind.
You're not understanding how this works. It's 11 minutes over the course of a week for a minute 45 a day
Even
to
if
hit your dopamine release, your fat burning,
Yeah, that's what I'm trying
and
to do.
your
I got to fit my...
and your stress and anxiety.
I feel better already at a minute.
That threshold, you don't.
All right, so let's do the pregame interview here. How do you feel?
I feel pretty good. I'm not George Costanza yet, so I'm doing good. I plan on using the Evan method. I watch his arms, and I watch him. I keep it close to my body. I'm going to breathe. Julia suggested I look up into the stars, so I'm going to do that. We got a nice little deck with trees and everything going on. And I'm gonna one up everybody, and I'm gonna have.
2 minutes.
I brought an ice lily, our new one, orange dreamsicle. You might as well mark it.
How many push-ups?
How many did you do?
I did 10.
Well, I'm not doing 50 like Johnny Knoxville over here. So,
That's
that's
no.
me.
This is mine. This is mine.
so you guys pour it, have it ready. I want it at a minute and 15 seconds.
It's funny. He's like, yeah, minute 15. I'm gonna start gaining pace here. I'm gonna go 5 minutes, buddy. You can do it.
Evan, if he went 145, I'm going 146.
You.
And I'll get back in and do 5 minutes.
Dang. He will too.
He will.
All right. Are you ready?
I'm ready. Here we go.
All right, here we go. Third and final ice plunge. He's taking the Evan route here.
Got my leaf. All right.
All right, here we go, buddy.
It's definitely cold. Holy shit. Ah! Good. Buddy. Lamas.
You gotta get it to under your neck. Deeper. Lower still. Keep going. Bring your knees.
My nipples are hard.
Knees towards me more. Bend your legs.
You've got the ice bath,
Lower
coach.
underneath. Come on.
When do you want that ice delay?
Now put your hands in too.
How many minutes? How many seconds? How many seconds is it then?
23.
At a minute and 15 seconds, I'm going to do the ice so I can beat him.
He can't talk.
Start drinking this.
Buddy, how you feeling?
I actually feel pretty good. Everything's gone numb. I can still see, though. My fingers are getting numb. Good thing I'm wearing a rubber wedding ring.
45 seconds.
He's going to make it a minute 15 here. Nice job, buddy.
It's cold. I can tell you that. I don't know how Evan does this every day, but I'm gonna be at 1 minute. I don't know, 45 seconds. Okay, let me at 1:15, baby. Get that ice delay.
I've got it ready.
What's the time?
110.
Woo, get the ice delay.
This ice delay's ready. Where is it at? Oh, I can't even hold my fingers.
Oh, yeah, let's get the up close here.
Go blue.
How much?
130.
Oh, what? Whoa, man. It's definitely cold. I'm losing weight. I'm gonna fit it at Halloween costume. My wife's gonna love me. I look good.
My wife's going to love me. That's what the exact quote was.
Gosh, it's pretty. Getting there. Are we close yet?
He's staying here for 5 minutes.
How am I doing it?
2 minutes.
Yes! I beat Evan! Can I get out now?
Yes.
All right, I'm gonna turn the opposite direction though, because I'm really shrunk. Oh! Woo! Oh man! Oh man, Evan, I think my feet are. Oh, dude, I feel like kind of dysfunctional. All right.
Oh, here we go for the push-ups.
We're gonna be
10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9,
You guys
10.
realize you're talking to an out of shape fat
11,
boomer.
12. Still going. 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. That's all I got, baby.
Wow. 2 minutes and 20 push-ups. Let's get the post-game interview here. How did you feel?
Hold on.
How were you able to get 2 minutes?
Myself up because I'm a few sizes smaller today. I can see. There's a couple pints.
So bright.
I would say in the first 20 seconds, I definitely felt like it was not normal. Something was shocking me. And then I just thought about beating Evan.
Well, we saw the competitive spirit here of...
On the Varsity Brews podcast.
yes, we did. All right, well, there you have it.
Gents.
145, 2 minutes, 1 minute, 50 push-ups, 20 push-ups, 10 push-ups. I got some work to do next time. All right, this is the Varsity Brews podcast. We'll be right back. Welcome back to the Varsity Brews podcast. He's putting his pants back. Welcome to the Varsity
like 10
Brews
seconds.
podcast, brought to you by Westwind Brewery. Man, whatever inflammation I had is gone.
Feel pretty good, right?
Feel pretty good.
Dude, how
It
many-
was a surprise. I mean, when you got in,
It's the same dopamine release as taking cocaine.
really?
Yep.
Is that scientifically proven?
Yes, I was part of the study that did the cold plunge, not the cocaine.
Well, that's good.
Yeah. So it's 2.5x above baseline dopamine release.
Is it really?
Yep.
All right, should we do a little fact or fiction
Okay.
since we had so much fun last time
That
doing
was
it?
fun.
All right, fact or fiction, the Detroit Lions will win
Fact.
10 games this
Fact.
year.
You didn't even have to fit fact.
Yeah, you didn't have to finish dude. The Lions are the real deal, buddy. Dan Campbell better call Coach Freeman and tell him what's up.
Wow.
How's that, Vahid?
He's feeling good after that cold plunge.
Dude, I'm confident.
I'm with you, too.
Fact or fiction, the Nittany Lions will upset Ohio State and Michigan.
and
No, I'm going to say they beat Ohio State. They lose to Michigan.
Okay.
is the Penn State game at Ohio State? Or is
Yes.
it is? Okay, I'm with Evan. I think Penn State will beat Ohio State. I don't think Ohio State's that good.
I don't either.
And I'm going to tell you what, Michigan's the best freaking team in the country.
Oh.
Hands down, period.
All right. Fact or fiction? We're not doing any mom jokes today, okay? Fact or fiction, Notre Dame
I'm still breathing.
makes a coordinator change in the offseason. Offense or defense?
Okay. Well, will they? I'm going to say no. Should they? Yes.
Which one? Both?
Both.
All right.
I'm saying, you're asking, are they going to or are they not going to?
Are they going
They're
to?
going to. I'm saying, yeah. I think we just got done talking about it. I think you're going to see Freeman get a little fired up. There were high expectations on bringing Harmon aboard, right? We had a high caliber quarterback. I'm going to say fact. I think they will make a change. Freeman's got to make he hasn't made that big bold move yet, right?
But
he hasn't done the shocker move, like where they fire somebody, right?
Is that his MO, though? Does he get fired up?
I don't know. He's calm and cool and collected, but I'm telling you what. I mean, the bottom line is, lost some pretty big games that he probably should have won. That Ohio State game should have won. And I think that when you continue to see these close games or games where you're getting blown out, where maybe you should have won, I don't know. I'm going fact. I think that maybe Freeman does rips the Band-Aid and does something that'll stir up the pot a little bit. I'm saying fact. I think
Who are they going to get?
Well, here's the
They had an
issue.
opportunity last year with
Tommy
Reese
Reese.
leaving to make an outside hire. And what did they do?
win internally.
I guess I don't know. Is coming to coach the Notre Dame offense an appealing job for a offensive coordinator?
I know who it's an appealing job for.
Who?
Coach O. Eddie O. At Orgeron. I'm just saying, he came to take a look last year. His boys might be going to Notre Dame.
It's interesting.
I'm just saying.
He'd bring some fire.
He would. And, I don't know if he's a defensive specialist or offensive specialist. I don't know that.
He's just a ball coach.
You guys get good interpretations.
I don't know what's going to happen. I mean, they've got an issue at quarterback, too, because they have Angeli, who is probably going to transfer next year. They've got Kenny Minchie. They've also got C.J. Carr coming up.
Yeah, stud.
What are you going to do here? Do you play the freshman, the true freshman?
Maybe.
I don't think so.
Evan's like, that's not my problem, and I don't have to deal with it.
But unless they go portal again.
Yeah, which I think they might.
But here's the thing: is it's a slippery slope now that they've done the one and done with Hartman,
right?
Because they're not building any
there's
any depth or experience behind him.
Yep.
And so, is it one of the? I'm telling you, and we talked about this. I don't know if it was last week or the week before. Well, I think it was when Allison was on, where we talked about the position that Notre Dame is not getting the guy, like even every other class, and then keeping those guys there is at quarterback. And again, you look at most of the programs that consistently have been playing for national championships year in and year out over the last 10 years, Georgia probably being an outlier because they were so good everywhere else. We probably could have gone and played quarterback on that team. I mean, they were beating everybody.
Yeah.
You look, Trevor Lawrence, consistency, Deshaun Watson at Clemson, right? Every single quarterback at Ohio State, the last 12 years, I think has been drafted. And so you look at those. Alabama is another good example. There's consistent high-level quarterback play that puts their teams in competitive situations to win football games.
That's fair.
Stop following me.
The bees are back.
Fact or fiction?
Like
He's
those
going to get
donuts.
stung.
It's the donut. It's the donuts.
That's a fact. I've been walking around here. All right.
Fact.
Yeah, Notre Dame's got quite the issue coming up in the next couple of years. So we'll see what they do, offensive coordinator, defensive coordinator-wise, and quarterback.
I got it.
Thanks, buddy. I forgot my last fact or fiction question. I know it's a good one. I don't know. We'll save it for another day, I guess.
Okay.
All right. Let's get Julia in here to do Julia's
There you go, young lady.
Uncut Jams. Take it away.
All right, I'll see if you guys know this. Do you know what the dot over a small letter in a small I or a small J is called?
Like
Wait,
a tilde?
Wait. Hold on. A dot?
Dot? Oh.
Like the double dots or just one
No,
dot?
just the dot. Like when you
the
look at a
I or a
lowercase
J?
I or lowercase J.
I didn't even know it had a
The
name.
top. Yeah, I didn't know either, but
There's a name for it?
yeah, it's called a tittle.
A tittle.
That's a funny little word.
Whoa, you got flying.
Oh my god.
A tittle.
A tittle. Yeah, I didn't know that either. So
Interesting.
I know. Now we know. Also, this was kind of mind blowing. I didn't really think about this too hard before, but Rudolph the reindeer is a female. Rudolph's a female. Do you ever see Rudolph with antlers?
Rudolph is a female?
Well, I mean, I'm just saying, the antlers, like if you think male deer have antlers, when do you see Rudolph with antlers? And
Didn't Rudolph get a crush in the movie or?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I'm just saying. So Anne was portrayed as a male deer, yet you never see antlers.
Huh.
Wow.
I'm just saying, I'm blowing minds today.
That'll get ready. You ready for the Christmas season right
Oh
there?
my God. Everything next thing you know, tell me Santa isn't real. I can't deal.
I still believe in Santa Claus.
Oh, perfect. Okay, good. Anyway.
I'm an all believer, buddy.
Yeah. For sure. Hey, that's better. I will say so we never did Santa, but after figuring out how my dad was told Santa wasn't real, it makes sense. I think he was traumatized because one Christmas morning, my grandpa grabbed the shotgun and with a good old runs outside, and the kids are like, what? No, it's Christmas Eve. I apologize. So the kids run out. So like, Dad, what are you doing? What are you doing? He's like, there's a fat man trying to sneak into our house, and I got him. And he like faked a blood trail. It was so messed up. But that's how he told the kids. He was like, just kidding, guys. Santa isn't real. It doesn't feel so bad now, right? So no wonder my parents are traumatized, or my dad was traumatized, and we didn't do the Santa thing. But it was creative at least.
Really creative.
Yeah, in a really morbid way, but yeah.
Julia's Uncut Gems just went to another level.
Yeah, sorry, we can cut that part of the Uncut
No.
Gems if we need to.
We don't cut anything here
I
on the
know,
Varsity Brews podcast.
That's true. No, you don't.
No, that segment was brought to you by Patrick.
Big sponsor of the show.
They're huge. They're a huge sponsor.
Huge.
Julia, thanks so much.
Hey, my pleasure.
Julia's Uncut Gems. We'll be right back with our 2-minute drill on the Varsity Brews podcast. The Varsity Brews podcast, the orange what?
That is the Ice Delay Orange Creamsicle, the newest one in our realm. It's 4.5%. It has been super popular.
What's that?
This is Genesis. We're going from 4.5 to 9.5.
We're in the big leagues now.
We're in the big leagues. You ready?
This is really smooth and good.
This will help with the.
Not yet. I'm still suckling that down.
Tiddling.
So, yeah, he's
The things you learn on the Varsity Brews podcast.
very interesting.
All right, the 2-minute drill here. Let's run down the games this week. USC at Notre Dame. Who you got?
I got USC.
Final?
45-21.
Okay.
Wow. I'm going to be with Evan. I think that the Irish aren't looking good. I'm going to say the Irish are going to lose this game before I get stung. I'm going to say Irish lose by 14. So that's my prediction.
I also have the 14-point spread. 42-28 USC takes it. Indiana at Michigan. Who you got?
Michigan's 33.5-point favorites.
33 to 0.
I got Big Blue winning big in this one, and they just fired their offensive coordinator too for whatever reason.
Indiana?
I have no idea why. Stupid move, in my opinion. But Michigan, big here.
Yeah, same.
I agree. Michigan by at least 4 touchdowns. Ohio State at Purdue.
Oh.
Does Ohio State get exposed?
At Purdue. Sometimes they
Boil
do
her
it
up.
there.
Yeah.
I'm saying no this week. I'm saying Ohio State still wins.
All right.
I don't think Purdue's that good. You
Yeah.
look at them. I just don't think they've got it. Spread. What is the spread on that one? I'm taking
it
them.
is.
Hold
on.
It's got to be 14, I'm guessing. or more.
OSU 19.
Yeah, I think OSU wins this game by
3
at least
touchdowns.
2 or 3 touchdowns. Yeah.
I'm with you. I think like two scores will be the difference. 2 more games here from college football on Saturday. Oregon at Washington.
Ooh, that's a good
Hey,
one.
it's the one that I'm watching all week. I mean, I'm telling you what, those are 2 teams that are entering into the Big Ten next year.
Yeah.
Michigan's got to play them both in 2024. You look at Michigan's 2024 schedule; it is going to be a gridiron of a schedule.
It's gonna start getting interesting in the Big Ten over the next couple of years.
Yeah, for
The
sure.
USC schedule is
Yeah.
nearly impossible.
What's the
next
spread on this one right here? It's got to be close.
Washington -3. So
Yeah. Okay.
yeah.
I'm going with Washington.
Yeah.
Are you?
I
Okay.
think so.
All right. I got Oregon in this one.
Where is that? Is it?
It's at Washington.
Okay, I'm going Washington.
That's where game day's gonna be.
That is a tough stadium to play.
Yes, it is.
When we played there and they hadn't won a game in like 2 years, it was one of the loudest stadiums I played in because of how it's set up. It's like straight up.
Straight up.
It keeps all the noise in there. Super cool.
I like Washington in this game too. I think Washington is in my top 4 right now. I have Washington maybe at 4.
Okay.
4 are very very
Interesting,
close
yeah.
5. I think Washington's going to play very well here. I'm going to say they're going to win by 10 points in this game, even though I think Oregon's very very good.
So Miami is at North Carolina, and normally we wouldn't pick this game, but what happened last week at the end of that football game? Did you see that?
Yeah.
Supposed to kneel, and then they lost on a last-second play. Do you think Miami wins again the rest of the season?
No, they're not going to win this week.
They call that the worst coaching
What are
error
you
in history.
doing?
I
I
mean,
don't know.
take a knee, win the game. I don't get it.
What was the spread on that one? All right, NFL Sunday this week. Oh, I know the other question I was going to ask you, true, false. Just a B.
Not a B.
Oh, hanging out.
Some other bugs.
The other question I was going to ask you was fact or fiction. Do you think the Vikings are going to basically tank the rest of the season at a chance to get Caleb Williams?
No, I don't think so.
Vikings at Bears this week.
Gosh.
Hey, the Bears were psyched up after the win last week.
I think fiction here. I don't think any team, maybe unless you're in the tail end of your season, is drastically setting yourself up for a pick. I do believe, though, Kirk Cousins will not play in Minnesota next year.
I agree.
I think that he's
do
kind of
too.
at the end of his extension of his career, or with the Vikings, they're going to get somebody new, maybe put themselves in a position. When they dropped Dalvin Cook, to me that was them maybe starting over and getting a new look on that
Do you
team.
think Caleb Williams is a franchise quarterback in the NFL?
No, I actually think he might come back to college next year.
Well, he said that because he can make more money.
Exactly. And
But I
you
was
think
saying
he's going to
those-
want to go to the
I'm
Texans
saying
or
moving
whatever?
forward, do you if you have a crystal ball, do you think down the road you see him as a franchise quarterback?
If you're asking me, do you think I start, like if I were to buy the Bears, he's the first pick that I select?
I wouldn't.
No, I wouldn't either.
Yeah.
I mean, I think that a lot of these newer quarterbacks that come out, they're hit or miss.
Yeah, most
They're very hit or miss. I mean, it depends. I wouldn't draft Caleb Williams. That doesn't mean he's not a great player and
Correct.
he's not a great college football player, but the translation from college to the pros is very, very tough.
Yep.
Very tough.
100%.
All right, and the Lions are at the Bucks. That's a 4-1 against a 3-1 team.
I'll go.
Baker Mayfield,
Lions.
baby.
We're going Lions.
Lions are all the way.
Lions.
I'm not on the bandwagon yet.
All right.
I'm just going to suffer here at 2-3 with my Green Bay Packers.
Bills are still hot.
Lions win that by 2 touchdowns, by the way.
2 touchdowns.
Oh, yeah. They're that good, buddy.
All right, well, there's our picks. Anything else for the good of the order, guys? Or
I just want to thank Evan for hosting us at this first ice plunge.
Thank you guys for actually doing it. This was great.
I feel like I lost maybe 15 pounds.
Yeah.
16 is what I'm going to tell my
You're
wife.
already done.
nice job, buddy. Hey, You did it. That was
2 minutes.
yeah. Put 2 minutes on the
Hey,
clock.
well, I was gonna say next time we can just do a 2-minute drill with you in it.
Yeah. Ask questions while ice plunging.
Could be another 365 days until we come back.
Weather's turning.
The Varsity Brews podcast is brought to you by Westwind Brewery. Always share your beers. Until next time, go blue. You're listening to the Varsity Brews podcast.
Cheers.